Hello, friends. Happy Thursday. My name's Janna. Welcome to my channel. And if you are new here, I hope that you will have a good time here today. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I've got a sort of new to me fun fold today. It's kind of a take on a joy fold card, which is one of my favorite fun folds to do. I saw a demonstrator do this earlier in the week, and I thought it looked like fun, so I wanted to give it a try. And I thought I'd go ahead and use the Spooky Halloween set again, get a little more use out of this before Halloween is here. So I believe these are still available. The dies and the stamps have the same name. And then there's paper, some really fun paper. It's kind of hard to tell because I've been using mine a lot. The paper's called Spooky Sweet. It comes with some really fun die cuts. And there is ribbon, and there also are these fun stars in the suite, as well as these iridescent treat bags. And the ribbon, which I don't have right here, I think I put it away, is in the color of Petunia Pop with some iridescence to it, and it's pretty. All right, let's get started. So I cut a piece of cardstock already. It's 10 inches long by 5.5 inches wide. So let me grab my cutter here so we can go ahead and score it. So 10 by 5.5. And we're going to score this to make our typical card size. So we're going to score it at 4.25. Make sure I get my cutting blade out of the way. And then let me open this up because we need to slide it down and score it at 8.5. That's going to leave us this little 1.5 inch panel at the end here. Then I also went ahead and I cut the little card that's going to go with it. This card is 3.5 inches square, so it's 7 inches by 3.5, scored at 3.5. Okay, you can make it the same color as the card base. You can do it however you want to do it. My card base is basic black, and then my little 3.5 inch card I did in Petunia Pop to match the patterned papers. So I'm just going to make sure this is really well what's the word I want to use? Burnished. So that my card won't be popping open. Now, as you're making this card, just keep in mind that it is going to be a little bit more of a bulkier card. So you don't want to add a whole lot more than like what I'm going to add to it today. But where do I want to start? Here's my little card again. I'm going to bring in the pieces that I have for that. So I've cut a piece of white for the inside of it. I've cut a piece of the designer paper, and then I cut a circle using the Spotlight on Nature dies. So I've used these many times. There's 2 sheets of dies in here, so you get 12 altogether. And this is the one I cut out of some Daffodil Delight. Yeah, Daffodil Delight. Okay, let's go ahead and work on this part of the card first. So from the pattern paper, I cut out this panel. I thought it was kind of fun. I've got a piece of white for the inside, and I've got 2 strips of this patterned paper for that little side panel there. Hi, Danita. All right, so I've just got a little sponge here and my black ink, and I'm going to just go around the edges a little bit here. Okay, so there is that. I think I will go ahead while I'm at it and go around this piece. Okay, we'll stop there. And I'm going to go ahead and add this to the front of my card, or this panel of my card, not necessarily the front, because you'll see as we go along. I just think this is so cute. Okay, so I am just going to use my ATG. Oh, I must have had some ink on my glass. Okay, there we go. And then I think I am going to pull over the die cuts here. And pop this cute little fairy bear out. She's cute. Now you might be tempted when you add something in here to pop it up, but I'm going to suggest to not do that. And you'll see why as we build the card. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue her flat. I don't know if you can hear Todd and Tula whining. Their dad just got home, so they're happy about that. Okay, so there she is, ready to greet the trick-or-treaters that come to her door. And I think I'll go ahead and add the little strips here. So it's totally optional how you choose to decorate all your panels up. If you want to put patterned papers on all of them or just some of them, however you want to do it is up to you. I'm going to put glue on these. Yep, they're always happy when Dad gets home. He hasn't come in yet. I have a feeling he's probably out there taking a gander at the Halloween decoration that I bought this morning when I was shopping at the Walmart. So I got one of those inflatable outdoor decorations. It's a pumpkin with a cute ghosty coming up out of it that's holding a banner that says boo. So he'll be checking out to see how I secured it down, which I'm sure won't be right or enough for the wind here on the coast, but I did the best I could. And I was kind of hoping he might get out of one of our weight things, which can fit in the bottom of it because the bottom zips open. And that will probably hold it down sufficiently because I've got it up against our house, so the wind shouldn't wreak havoc with it too bad, I don't think. Of course, it's supposed to start raining here tomorrow, I think. So that'll probably put the kibosh on it anyway. I don't know if we have any kids that live on our street. So the decoration is more just for the fun of it because I really highly doubt that we'll get any trick-or-treaters. Pretty sure we didn't have any last year. Of course, I think it was pouring rain too, so. Okay, so I did that little panel. And then for the inside, I've got a piece of basic white cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm looking for my stamping mat. Here it is. And I've already got Happy Halloween loaded up here. What color do I want to do? I think I'm going to do... Ooh, maybe I'll do green. I think I'm going to do Granny Apple Green. Cute. Okay, and I'm gonna do some bats. Love it. All right. So if you want to put more patterned paper or another piece of white over here or something where you could write more on it, you certainly could do that. There's lots of space to decorate on this card. if you were wanting to maybe send a gift card to somebody, you could put a little pocket there to hold the gift card. That would work perfectly. Okay, so there is that. And then let's see here. I always like to see if my edges match up or if one overlaps the other a little bit further, because then I put the longer edge in the front. This one looks like it matches up pretty good, but I've got a little feather here. Let's see if I can trim that. I probably need to put a new blade on my cutter. Okay. So, inside, what do I want to put inside? I've got things loaded up. I think I'll go ahead and do what I have loaded up, which is the No Tricks All Treats. And what color do I want to stamp that in? I think I'm going to stamp it in black. I hear you.
Oh, you're doing a video.
I am.
Huh?
I am.
Oh, sorry.
No Tricks, All Treats. And I've got the magic already on my block, and I'm going to, what did I do? I did Happy Halloween. Let's do yellow. Do I want to do yellow? Maybe I'll do the petunia pop. I think I'll do it in the petunia pop. I always call this the magic because I don't know what else to call it. It's just magic sparkly sprinkles. Okay, so when you do this card, you want to make sure that the spine is on the right instead of our typical open on, you know, like this. You want to make sure that it's over on the right. And again, you can put, you know, something on that side too if you want. I'm going to go ahead and stamp bats in there. Okay, so this is going to go over here. And then this is going to attach to this panel, and you can attach it wherever you want it. You can put it down lower. So it kind of depends on what you want showing from this panel. I think I'm just going to do it in the middle, but I need to mark my little card there so that I know where not to put the adhesive past. So I know this is 1.5 inches, so let me just find my 1.5 inches right here. So I'm just going to make a little card, a little mark there so I know where to put, that I can't go past that line. Let me make sure what I'm doing here. Okay. And I am going to put glue because I want this to have a strong hold on it, especially right by the spine. Okay, make sure I don't have anything upside down. And then I am going to line this up with the spine of the panel there. And I'm just going to hold it in place there for a minute. That glue takes hold really quickly, but in fact, I could put it like that, and that'll take some of the stress off of it. And then I can go ahead and attach this piece. And it's just cut at 3¼ inch square. So there we have that, and then I have my little yellow circle here that I am going to put there. So in reality, this little square here is the actual front part of your card. So there we have that. Okay, and then I had these pieces from the stamp set that I did before when I was doing those little gifty bag things. And I saved these because I just had more than I needed. So I thought I may as well use these up. So I've got our little Franken dog here, and I am going to put some dimensionals on him. So since this is the front of the card, I am just going to pop him up a little bit. And then let me pull these off. just add a little bit of glue to his feet. I'm going to put him right here. And then I need a little bit of glue on here so we can be holding his little treat bucket because he's getting ready to go trick or treat at Miss Fairy Princess Bear's house. And I need another little dimensional to put behind that. Let me grab my, take your pick tool here since I should have done that first. Can I get the thing off the back? There we go. So there's that. Cute. And then I'm going to use a couple of these bats. And they've been cut out of the black glimmer paper or sparkle paper, whatever you want to call it. And I've got some of the black dimensionals here. I'm just the little mini ones that I'm putting on the back of these. Gotta love some sparkle. And then I've got the little shimmer star foam stickers. So I'm just going to take some of the white ones this time. And these, there's 3 different sizes of these. Okay, cute. All right, so what have we got? I want to put something here. So I'm going back to the die cuts over here. Maybe I will do this guy. So what do you think he's supposed to be? I mean, I guess he's a toucan dressed up with cat ear. I don't know what he's supposed to be. But I'm going to use him, and I'm going to put just a little bit of black here. And then I think I'm going to have him throwing down some candy corn like confetti. Oopsie. So we're going to put him there. And let's just pop out some of these candy corns. My chair's squeaky. Or creaky. It's more like creaky than squeaky. Okay, so he's just dropping down candy corn for whoever might be below him flying by. A crow disguised as a toucan. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that I'm done with this. But here's the thing. So you can leave it like this, and it opens like that. And you can decorate that if you want. Or you can put it like this, which I tend to like it like this. Then it opens up, and it opens up, and it opens up. I think that's more fun. I like it that way better, I think. I just think it's a fun take on the Joyfold card. And then let me show you the other one I made. So I did the pumpkin pie for the little card. I didn't put it exactly in the middle. And I did the same thing in here, just different colors. And then, oh, I did the little pig. He is running, he is dashing to the next house there, past the pumpkin patch and the spooky bats. He is on his way to the next house to see what kind of goodies. And then I put the hippo mummy in here. He's already got his bucket full. So yeah, I think I just like it like that. I think it's more fun to have all these little flaps to open that way. It's a fun card to make and really easy, and there's just so many options with it. Very cute, I think. Okay, so I looked in my little library of miniature books because we have finished up our other stuff for story time, and I pulled out a little book of Zen. I'm pretty sure I have not done this one yet. Thank you, Danita. Okay, so little book of Zen. I was looking to see if it says this is from the Tiny Tomes collection of books. I don't think that they make these anymore. There's what the actual book looks like. I love my little miniature books. Okay. The copyright date is 1998 on it, so it's been around a while. Here's the introduction. To be or not to be, that is the question, by William Shakespeare. It's a Zen thing. And that was anonymous. What is the nature of reality? That question has plagued and captivated mankind probably since the dawn of time. How do we begin to look? A curious mind will sooner or later come to Zen. As mysterious and mystical as our impressions of this age-old discipline, the study of Zen is rooted in the present moment in the simple things. Zen is a philosophical filter for perceptions, a discipline that seeks to question and bypass learned assumptions. More than anything, Zen is a way of being. The word Zen is derived from a Sanskrit word for meditation, and the practice of Zen is focused on meditation and awareness rather than doctrine. The student seeks a balance and a centering between extremes, holding fast to a still center in the midst of life's constant change. This little book seeks to engage the mind and open a different window onto our same world. The essence of Zen, as expressed in these quotations, rings as true today as it did in the distant past. I think we can all use a little Zen these days. No matter what road I travel, I'm going home. I don't know, Shinso. I'm not going to be able to pronounce these names, I'm sure. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. And that's by Buddha. If you don't know how to serve, then why worry about serving the gods? Confucius. I'll just read a few of these. If ordinary people know, they are sages. If sages understand, they are ordinary people. Woman. Descartes, I butchering that. Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. I say, I do not think, that is why I exist. Not even going to try on that name. To live in fear and falsehood is worse than death. And I'll read this one by the Dalai Lama, and that is where we will stop for today. I really admire B's sense of common responsibility. Although sometimes individual bees fight, basically there is a strong sense of unity and cooperation. We human beings are supposed to be much more advanced, but sometimes we lag behind even small insects. All right, so that is where we're stopping. Let me see if my little bookmark will fit in here. I'm not sure if it will. It might be too bulky. Oh, I guess it'll work. All right. So I hope if you are a card maker that you will try this little fun fold because it really is fun. And I think it turns out super cute. I like the little flippy flappy. All right. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like to shop for Stampin' Up! Products, I did put the link in the description box below. And what else? If you like to make things, whatever it might be, doesn't have to be paper crafts, and you haven't already joined our group over on Facebook called Share Your Makes, go request to join the group and I will get you approved. And you can play along and show what you create because we love to have inspiration there from everybody. And it's a great place to get inspiration if you are, you know, we all go through those spells where we just like, I don't know what I want to make. I don't have any ideas. Well, go there. Even if there's, you know, even if it's not something that you do, you might get inspiration from a color combination or, you know, who knows? Inspiration comes in all forms. So go take a look. And I hope you get to do something crafty. Have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.